Here we are again. Another cornball at hoe. Another one. And I have to, I feel like I have to say something. Because even though I've never been the biggest fan of DDG, over the last, I want to say 2 years, I have grown more understanding and appreciative of who he is as a person. Not as a personality, but as a person. And I could thank, the Mafia-thons for that, for him going on the Mafia-thons. And I could even thank, Black Boy Max whenever he got on Max's stream. Because it kind of helped me get more of an understanding of who he was as a person, even as a father, bro. And I never, like, in the beginning, like, when I first was introduced to DDG, I was never a fan of bro. And then, even more so now, he has never seemed to be somebody who is an abuser. Never. Not once. That is just weird. That's weird as hell. And mind you, he's being accused of being an abuser while he's got scratches and cuts all over him. And she's in the camera like this, showing her mouth. Look at my chipped tooth. Fuck are you talking about? Your chipped tooth. What? Are you stupid? Like, what are you talking about? Chipped tooth. Come on, bro. But he slammed your head on a steering wheel and beat you. Where your bruises at? Where your bruises at? This what's her name? Old girl who got into it with Johnny Depp. I don't remember her name. This is one of them situation again. This Halle Bailey girl, who's only known for The Little Mermaid, by the way. Only thing she's known for. Who's not even close to being worth what DDG is worth. She is a psychopath. She is a sociopath. She might be kind of retarded. Because there is no way. There is just no way. Her brain doesn't work fast enough for her to believe that, oh, if I just say these couple things, the public will believe me. I wouldn't be surprised if news came out that the same court that they tried Tory Lanez in and gave him 10 years was the same court and the same judge that she went to get custody. To put out a restraining order. You putting out a restraining order and then you stop DDG from ever talking about you or his son. Ever. That's a power move that you aren't smart enough to make. At all. Then she turns around and while that's happening, she turns around and now is petitioning to get full custody. And for him to get supervised visits for 6 hours. Only 6 hours. One day. 6 hours. A week. Then he's got to present all this information to you when he takes his son somewhere. But you're doing all this. Then you just took your son and went international with the man that you cheated on DDG with. But you are so bitter and so toxic and so angry and so upset that he don't want nothing to do with you no more. Because you are toxic. You have admitted to being toxic. You're abusive. There's definitely evidence. There is an entire montage of you talking about your relationships and all this other stuff. There is video evidence of you getting a little too handsy with Dub. There have been countless DDG moments where he's kind of hinted at you abusing him. So you abusing him, you acting crazy. You called his phone when he brought Halo on the stream with Kai with the Mafia-thon. And according to Deshae, you already knew about that. She already knew about it. And then when she got checked by all of the mafia, and she got checked by Kai, she got on TikTok talking about some, oh, I don't have no issues with Kai. I don't have no issues with nobody. I just, I want the Halo to be safe and all this other stuff. They're literally on camera sitting there. They were sitting there, vibing. DDG's being a good dad. W mans, W dad. And you're in his ear complaining on stream, tweaking. Huh? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This is a clear-cut case of a bitter-ass woman who is upset that the man don't want to be with her no more. He don't want nothing to do with her. Nothing at all. She probably thought he was gonna ignore her being abusive and her being all kind of weird and marry her and they be a happy family and all this other and meanwhile, all he's trying to do is be a good dad and do, and make the best content possible. And she's over here cheating with Brent Faiyaz. But now you're dragging his name through the mud saying he's abusing you and he's putting his hands on you. Huh? You talking about the DDG who stays out the way? Who don't be bothering nobody for real? The DDG who has gone through probably 8 different primes of content? He's on his 8th prime right now. She's saying he was abusing her. The time that she supposedly was getting abused, he was on stream for an entire week. What is you talking about? What are you saying? That don't make no sense to me. And I'm sorry, I refuse to believe that she has any intelligence up here where she can think, oh, if I go to the court, I put out the restraining order, and the restraining order comes with, he can't speak on my name or Halo's name. He can't talk about it at all. Why would you do that? Why would you set the table to where he can't talk about you or his son? Why would you make it where he can't talk about his son? That's his son. You said that and then turn around damn near a couple days later, or maybe like it might have been like a week or 2 weeks. I don't remember how long ago that was. It wasn't that long ago. Then you turn around and now all of a sudden you're trying to get full custody of your son. And you only want DDG to get supervised visits for 6 hours a week. What it ultimately sounds like to me, being somebody from the outside looking in, it seems like with her and DDG and their son, it always became a thing of convenience and importance. They were probably always arguing about whose stuff at the time was more important, or who it wasn't convenient for them to have Halo. Because there were times where DDG had Halo and having a blast, having a ball, and she's tweaking. While they're having a good time, they're vibing. And then when she has Halo, DDG's talking about how she won't let him see him. She's holding their son hostage. DDG don't get to see his son. So she's keeping DDG from Halo. So she puts out a restraining order. And now she's fighting for full custody. And she's also dragging his name through the mud, trying to destroy his career. But she cheated on him with Brent Faiyaz. And DDG is supposed to do what? What is he supposed to do? Fight for her back? She cheated. She cheated. She beats him. She takes advantage of him. This good girl persona she has when she's not even that. She's a scumbag, a psychopath. How are we just gonna let that slide? I'm telling y'all, the Rock Nation is the most brain dead fucking organization at this point. Y'all probably done a whole bunch in the past. Now y'all just doing stupid shit, and people are seeing it. We seeing the shit y'all doing. It ain't even making sense. Y'all not even trying to clear it up. Y'all not trying to cover it up any better. This is terrible. This is a whole Amber Heard situation again. There is no proof. She talking about he chipped my tooth all in the cam like these. Girl, ain't nothing wrong with your tooth. Ain't nothing wrong with your tooth. Nothing at all. Now DDG is, he can't fight for himself. He can't defend himself. He can't get on stream and talk about nothing. He can't say nothing. So he has lost the right to speak about his son and to speak about the situations that he's put in by her. He's probably, if all of this backlash doesn't change the tide, it's probably the same court that Megan and Tory were in that gave Tory 10 years. It's the same judge. He's probably going to lose his son. He's not going to get to see his son at all, except for them little 6 hours. And then what's probably going to end up happening, the next possible thing that's going to end up happening, is he's going to lose everything. He's going to get blacklisted by the industry. He ain't going to get no love from his music from the industry no more. So he's going to have to go fully independent, which I don't know. I don't think he is. But he's going to have to go fully independent. And then they're probably going to try to do something to destroy all of his YouTube success. They're going to do something. And then on top of that, the next thing that happened after that is DDG basically just goes, fuck it, I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't care. You got it. You got it. Because he's trying to be a great black father, and you know, his son has been inspiration for him. He's trying to be there. He's trying to be a good dad. He just wants his son, bro. The only option that's gonna be left for him is to just say fuck it, I don't care, and just say you got it, you got it. And as soon as he does that, she's gonna immediately go put him on child support. Now he's on child support too. She gonna do all that. It's some weird shit, dog. It's weird. And now her fans are on Twitter making fake text messages and putting up fake posts to even further drag his name through the mud. You motherfuckers is weird in Hollywood. Weird. Y'all, I don't understand what's in the air over there in LA, but y'all get in LA and start acting brain dead. Y'all brains being your ass. There's no way, bro. There's just no way. DDG is not an abuser. He don't even give off that kind of vibe. You got people that hate this man, that aren't fans of him, that are coming out of the woodworks and saying there's no way. But you got this dump on the internet talking about, oh yeah, he be beating me. He slammed my head in the steering wheel. No, you probably did some stupid and start banging on the steering wheel. That's probably what ended up happening. He probably pissed her off. She lost her mind. She went psychotic and banged her head on the steering wheel. He didn't do nothing to you. You goofy as hell. This shit is so fucked up, bro. It's so messed up that she is dead ass robbing this man of fatherhood, and she's robbing him of his career. All because she cheated. He caught wind of you being a fucking weirdo. He got out the way, and now you're bitter and upset that everything he's doing is better than what you're doing. People actually know who he is. People care who he is. Everybody's like, oh, DDG, oh. You hear her name, and the only time you hear her name is when it has something to do with DDG. Ain't nobody talking about you. Don't nobody care. Most people do not care about no live remake of Little Mermaid. We cool on that. We cool on that. Don't nobody care. It sounds like bitter, envious, jealousy, all the worst things you could think of. What it ultimately just sounds like is a bitter ass woman who is upset that the father of her child became aware of how weird and psychotic and goofy she was, and he got out the way before it got too deep. He probably tried a few times to, kind of stay, but then when they had the kid and things didn't change, he got out the door. He was cool on it. And now it just sounds like she's just hating because he wants nothing to do with her. He don't want nothing to do with her. He don't want her around. It's simply give and go with the kid. It's simply give and go. So clearly they can't co-parent. They clearly can't. Because they co-parent, and it makes her so upset that he's being a good dad. And he's being a great man. He's being a good dad. He's showing his son love. The internet loves his son. The internet is showing mad love to Halo. Halo got some of the funniest memes in the last few years. The funniest memes. And she don't like that. It bothers her because she's not attached to it, because she's not a part of it. Because nobody cares who she is or what she has going on. Great job, Rock Nation. You guys might be the absolute worst people when it comes to cleaning up. The worst. Bunch of fucking clowns, dog. Straight up clowns. Free Tory. Free DDG. Straight up. Straight up.